Well, reconciliation really is the theme, isn't it? I mean, Liam Gallagher, say what you want about Liam Gallagher, but you cannot take your eyes off him, really. I love that, well, first of all, well, do you know what I mean?
Do you like him? Fancy him?
Do I fancy him? Oh, God, no.
Yeah, but no, you can't take your eyes off.
As in, you can't take your eyes off when he's speaking. You know, he's talking, you know, it's first of all, it's in the shoulders. You know, it kind of starts up there. Yeah. So for me, he's a kind of a visual person rather than a, you know, somebody who's oral, let's say. But I always think, oh, if he's talking about his brother, he must have another album out at some point, because it does smack of kind of, you know, I've got a new record out, everybody. At the same time, in all seriousness, he called out Noel, who I'm a bigger fan of, actually, at the Manchester. Do you remember the concert for the victims? And he used that platform to call him out and say, well, aren't you here, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Normally, I do say leave the drama on the stage, but I would say leave the family drama off the stage.
And I think he's been saying now that their relationship is worse than
ever. Well, I mean, look at the ingredients. How could it be any better, you know? I mean, it's a really difficult one. I was in a band with my own brother for a long time. We didn't certainly reach that kind of level of stuff, but even so, it's really difficult, that dynamic between brothers. My brother now has passed away from cancer. It was his first anniversary the other day. We both had cancer at the same time. It was a very bizarre, cruel set of circumstances, and I did go visit him, actually, and we'd been estranged.
Had you?
Yeah, we'd been estranged for almost 20 years, I would say, properly, So it was doubly, triply difficult to be in contact. It was ultimately miraculous in a way, because I think cancer puts manners on most of us, and situations too. And I decided to reach out, even though it was a very difficult thing. I went to see him. He was in the last throes of it. We knew we were saying goodbye to each other, even though we didn't say that word. And it just put it all into perspective, you know, all the things that we'd fallen out about and all the difficulties. So there's part of me that wants to say to Liam, look, Liam, you know, is it really worth all that? Yeah, at the same time, there's also an honesty in what me and my brother Bap did, which was we didn't touch on anything that had happened that was pointless. And I just said to him, look, when you think of me going forward, think of me peacefully. I want you to think of me peacefully, because I'm going to think of you peacefully. He was about to go into palliative care, which, as we know, is the last place to go. And I remember saying to the very last thing we said to each other was, his wife said to me, look, a lovely wife, Brenda, said to me, look, don't try and hug him. He's really sore everywhere. And I said, look, okay, that's fine. And I said to him, look, as I was leaving, because he wanted to lie down, I said to him, look, just to let you know, I wanted to hug you, but I know you're very sore. And he said to me, oh, no, let's try. So we tried, and I gave him a little sort of gentle hug, and he gave me a little one back, and then he had to go off and lie down. And, you know, but that's, for me, there's a lot of peace in that now, a year later, because we did get to do that. We were saying goodbye, physically and mentally. And I'm just really glad I had that time to do that.
I bet.
Imagine how you'd have felt if it hadn't happened.
Exactly. There was a window of opportunity. And I was sort of hemming and hawing, because sometimes you think, will my presence make it worse? Will it make him angry? I didn't want to upset him. He was facing more than he had to face already. But I'm so glad that I did, because we got to use the word peace with each other. And it was just a wonderful thing. So, not that I would tell Liam to do anything with his brother. That's their business. Yeah. Sometimes things are not reconcilable, you know. Yeah. You know, when there's great dysfunction going on, my great friend Colin O'Gorman would always say, if the choice is between great dysfunction and estrangement, I will choose estrangement every time, because that's the more honest approach. But I'm very glad I did that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I am.
Thanks, Brian.
No,